we gonna do something a little different on the pod. Probably each pod where we gonna preview. We gonna get in. We getting into the full swing of things as far as the college season approaching and stuff. There's a lot of teams. Of course, we talk about the Buckeyes, but we are covering the college football landscape as a whole for sure. But we're gonna start previewing some of these schedules from some of the other teams. Of course, it's easy for us to preview our schedule. We can do that all day, every day. But we'll be doing that leading up, leading up towards the season and everything. Talk about our preview for the season and stuff, of course. But today, the first schedule preview that we're doing is Oregon on their 2025 schedule, man. Which is we're not on it. I wish we was on it. I ain't gonna lie, because I would love to see them boys in a regular season, but we may see them in the Big Ten championship possibly. You know what I'm saying? They schedule real sweet right there. It's sweet, real sweet schedule, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
It need to be.
They first game.
It need
The
to be.
first
Did you
game they're
see the
playing
last game they
Montana
played?
State. So I'm gonna read the schedule, and then we can go from piece by piece and break it down and give our overall prediction of their record for the year going in to the postseason. But first game they're at home against Montana State. Second game Oklahoma
Wow.
State. Third game they're at Northwestern. Fourth game they're back at home against Oregon State. Fifth game they're at Penn State at State College. Sixth game they're at home against Indiana. That's an interesting game. Seventh game they're playing at Rutgers. Then the eighth game they're playing at home against Wisconsin. Ninth game they're at Iowa, which that's going to be an interesting game possibly. Then the 10th game they're at home against Minnesota. The 11th game they're back at home again against USC. And then the last game they're at Washington, which that'll be an interesting game. So just looking at their schedule, they got like an interesting schedule for us, like the certain Big Ten games that they have, like the at Penn State, then at home Indiana. The at Rutgers game can be a little iffy because Rutgers they got some players over there, even though Oregon should beat them. And then at Iowa. Then the home game against USC, then at Washington to end the year out. It's an interesting schedule.
I think they're gonna dog walk Iowa, bro. Iowa ain't got nobody.
I mean, we know Iowa's offense just is not good. Of course, the defense is solid, but it's only so long Iowa can hold up.
That's what we thought that year we got split bound.
Yeah, but ever since I remember on the pod on the group chat, Chaz was like, bro, they started two white boys in corner. I was like, oh damn.
So that's what you basing that take off of, because they starting two white boys in corner, bro.
Bro, them white boys ain't Christian McCaffrey type.
You're gonna leave white boys alone. We're
gonna
leave white boys out of this.
Tell him, Ty.
They ain't no Cooper DeJohn.
Right. They ain't no Jason Sehorn, bro. They ain't no John Lynch's out.
You're being stereotypical right now. You're stereotyping white quarterbacks, and I'm not appreciating it.
I'm just saying, there's not a white quarterback in the league that can guard Jeremiah.
Cooper DeJohn might have tried hard.
Hey,
that don't mean they can't guard the guys over at Oregon because they can't guard JJ.
That's respectable conversation,
bro. All right, this game all right. Looking at, like I said, we're looking at this schedule. That's
a bait game.
One of those.
What team are we on?
So
Oregon.
Oregon at Iowa. If they can slow Oregon down and turn it into a Ohio State versus Michigan type game last year, they got
a Wisconsin versus Oregon game last year. So Wisconsin lost like 13-10.
I'm saying. like he
I'm
acting
gonna
like
read the
they
schedule
don't, they
back
just
for you,
gonna
T
wipe
Mac, so you
some
can
I got it on
know
my
everybody.
the
paper,
games they
bro.
got.
Yo, I
They
got it
playing
right
at
here.
Iowa,
You got
bro.
it? Okay.
They play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
So
not good. They're not good.
Now
Who
they did get the number
cares?
2. No, they did get a really good. They did get a really good transfer quarterback. I can't think of his name, but he was like the second ranked transfer quarterback in the portal, and he went to Iowa. Probably not a good
Those
choice for him, but he did. That's a real statement. And
those
Iowa's
are the
always got a
games.
good defense. You can't say they're not good, bro.
They
They
always
just
got
played.
a good
They
defense.
just
yeah,
played 2 years with Caden McNamara.
they
Like
right. They stay with a good defense. That just that offense. They gotta
I
upgrade the
appreciate you
offense,
finishing the
man.
word, so
They
we
gotta
didn't have to
upgrade
have a
the
bad moment.
offense. But I'm looking at the schedule,
Man.
bro. Like
If they
game
don't,
one, Montana State, no, built the ass. Oklahoma State probably built the
hey,
ass.
did you
At
realize that they played
Northwestern,
every LSU but the real one?
right? Yeah. At Northwestern, probably built the ass. That's one of them weird. We always talk about them games at Northwestern. It's weird playing at Northwestern, bro. Like them games be weird, man. They got a weird atmosphere when you play at Northwestern, but they should beat them. Then they're at Penn State for their well, no, they're playing Oregon State,
every
which is
every
Oregon
Big
State is their
Ten,
rival game. They should beat them. So
every
they
Big Ten,
starting off 4-0.
What are you trying to say?
every Big Ten arena got that aura about it. You think you're gonna walk in? You think you're gonna walk in and win and get upset? Fuck out. Every Big Ten arena is like that, bro. I mean, like that.
Then
I
the
mean,
at Penn State game,
there's
the
a
Well,
couple
fifth
that
maybe
are.
game
not
is
Rutgers. Maybe
that's the
not
one.
Rutgers, Maryland.
Yeah,
At,
but like,
Yeah, they lose.
unless Indiana play like
What?
they played this year, that's the only game on their entire schedule, probably.
I think USC beating them.
Was who at quarterback?
they got
I don't know.
the
I
Right.
one
think they.
guy
I think they. I think
that
they beating them.
Maviola guy.
I
Not with
think
Lincoln,
USC
right? Not
beat
with
them, bro.
Lincoln head coach. He's sucking now.
USC because the fans that ain't that far, they're gonna
That's a
travel
tricky
and they're gonna
game.
be
I
their
ain't gonna
home
lie.
field advantage like Oregon think. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be their home field advantage like Oregon think because USC fans gonna travel up to Oregon.
I think it's
Yeah,
funny they end their
You know.
season on a Pac-12 schedule. I mean, I know
right.
they're Big
The
Ten.
at
I know they're
Washington
Big
game
Ten
is an
now, but
interesting game. I ain't gonna lie. That's an
Yeah,
interesting
the
game for them
Washington
too.
games that is interesting.
The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hardest game they got is the Penn State game, in my opinion. I ain't gonna
Yo,
lie.
period.
That's the hardest one because Penn State got they guys back, Drew Aller and all of them.
Well, Drew Aller is going to Drew Aller, and we're not worried about that
Drew,
guy that can't throw to receivers.
exactly right.
that's a tough.
He asked.
That's a tough stretch of games. 4 or 5 stretch of games they got right there. That's a nice
Right,
little bit of games, bro.
right.
You said USC, Washington, Penn State,
If they get
Maybe
past Penn
Wisconsin or
State, they
Iowa.
can probably run the table and be
Iowa.
undefeated. No cap. They
That's a
should.
nice little
I would
stretch
say
right
they
there.
should be. If they beat Penn State, they should be undefeated. They should beat the rest of those teams in the schedule. Like
Yeah.
Indiana, probably be a tough game at home a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be on record. I think Indiana they're gonna do a little. I think they're gonna stay a little bit above water this year. I don't think they're gonna
Who's
Oh,
their
take
now,
a drop
now
quarterback?
off where
y'all now
like
y'all
they're
taking
a one
Indiana.
hit wonder where like
No, that's
they
not the
play
thing. But
they
who's their
played great
quarterback?
this past year, then they
Google
go
that.
back to fucking 6 and 7 and shit.
Someone figure out who their quarterback's going to be.
That's interesting.
I don't. I'm about to say because that dude ain't back. He ain't came
Curtis
back yet, right?
Rourke is gone.
Rourke is going right. Yep. So they got a new guy. I want to say I don't know if they got anybody out of the portal
They might have somebody homegrown.
because
Yeah,
I know
right.
Indiana
He got
hit the
nobody
portal heavy
homegrown in
in the
Indy, bro.
offseason.
You sound crazy as hell. That's worse
They
than me
might. We don't
saying.
know who they got.
That's worse than me
We don't
saying
know who they
Fleming.
got.
Yo, that's worse than me saying Fleming gonna break out this
Oh
year,
no,
bro.
they got that quarterback
TN
from
ain't
No, it's
California
homegrown
not.
no
transfer.
No,
quarterback.
it's not, because we don't
Kiffin
know
where?
who they
Yeah, we
got.
do.
So if we don't know who they got, they probably already got somebody on their
I'm trying
roster
to
that they
tell
believe
you, if
that's
you
a
would
no
quit
name.
arguing over whether they're homegrown or not, I would tell you that it's a transfer from fucking California named Fernando Mendoza.
I
Oh,
told you.
he
I
good.
told you
That's a
they ain't
good pick.
homegrown shit, nigga.
I'm
No,
just saying we didn't know. Nobody
No,
knew
Mendoza,
that until just
absolutely.
Mendoza,
now.
he
No,
good.
no, no. Yeah,
They ain't
you're both not
That's
homegrown
wrong.
a
no
good
Nobody
damn
knew.
pickup.
quarterback.
That's a good
Right.
pickup.
Nobody knew who that guy is.
That's nice shit. I'm
That's a
saying,
good
I just was
pickup.
saying.
I don't know if he the guy. I don't think like I expect Indiana to play above than what they did last year and stay above water. But I don't expect them to be top 15
Are they going
throughout
to be
the
a
year.
playoff team
Like
again?
Nah, no, not a playoff team again.
No.
They're gonna be like a three. They're gonna be like a 3-4 loss team this year.
yeah, right around that range. That's accurate. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a preview of their schedule. But like I said, just looking at this schedule the way it is, like Penn State is the only team I see that can beat them. Other than if I want to say like a sleeper loss for them would be USC at Washington.
My baby.
One of them two games, maybe. But if they get, like I said, if they get past Penn State, they should run the table.
I'm going to say this. You said sleeper games. I don't think those two are really sleeper games. They're kind of rivalry games that could go one way or the other. The same with that week 4 game. Don't be surprised on that being a sleeper. Oregon State,
Oregon
just like
State,
Ohio
yeah,
State, Michigan.
rivalry.
Everything goes out the window. It's what happens that day. Wisconsin could pull it off again, bro. They were close. They lost. They
They
what? They
was
won on the last second
real
touchdown,
close.
13-10 or some shit.
Yeah,
They
they
could make it
blew
a
it.
good game
They
again.
blew it in the fourth
Luke
quarter,
Fickle
man.
probably headed towards fighting for a job before too long. He keep on losing to everybody.
Bro,
Yeah.
dead
You ain't lying.
But
I don't know.
so I'm
ass.
saying a signature win like that could be. That's my sleeper. Wisconsin played them close last year. They could sneak in there and either A, get whooped out the building like 48-0, or come in there and sneak out a win.
That's a fact.
I think. I
But
yeah.
I think Fickle, like just kind of just a little segue with Fickle. I don't expect Fickle to do no big things out there in Wisconsin, but as long as he can make it interesting for us, like be in the top 5 of the Big Ten at least. No,
Yeah.
he'll keep his job if he does that. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's a job. Long as you stay a little bit
Is that
competitive,
like right
maybe
behind
sneak into the
Michigan?
playoffs or something, that you'll keep that job.
So like the top 4 are probably like Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, Michigan. Are we saying they got to be right after that?
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. They
They
in
got to
that
be in the
next
mix.
tier.
You got to
They
at
in that
least put
next
yourself in
tier
the
of
mix.
teams. They in that next tier of
Yeah.
teams for sure.
Like you
For
got to put
sure.
yourself in the mix eventually. Like they gonna be like, why you ain't with them? What the fuck? What you doing? Like
I think.
like
I think Wisconsin poised to run off about 8-9 wins this year.
I gotta see what they.
8?
I gotta see what
Yeah,
their
I think they
roster
I
run
don't
off.
know
may
about
look
that.
like.
I think they
It
run off
Hey,
eight nine.
depends what they schedule look like
put
too.
put them put them on this segment next week. Let's
Yeah,
visit
we
that.
could do. We could
Yeah.
do. Matter of fact, we'll do one Big Ten team a week. Then we get into some other teams. Of course, with us, like I said before, we gonna all talk about we gonna all talk about
That nigga.
our
That
guys.
nigga
You know what I'm
said
saying?
eight.
It's nothing. I was gonna say something. All right, so